Back live at Sydney Motorsport Park. Whether you're here at the track or watching via Blendline TV on YouTube, welcome back. We've got our first AU4 race of the weekend about to start. The cars are on the track. A small but highly concentrated field. And as they form up, we can just bring you a quick score update from the MCG. And at half-time, it's all squared up. Geelong and Brisbane each 36 points. That's 5 goals, 6 each. If you care, I don't, but I thought you might. And the Bledisloe, well, we're still getting flogged. I mean, the important game to me is tomorrow, so I'm hoping Penrith win. All right, forming up on the grid, on pole position, Harrison Duska. Next will be, Australia scored. We're only 10 points behind now. It's 20-10. Noah Killian is second on the grid from Cohen Kokotovic and Isaac McNeil, then Brock Burton, Imogen Radburn and Chloe Lane. Isaac McNeil and Noah Killian shared the race wins at the last round here. Isaac McNeil had a terrific drive back through the field after a spin early in the second race. In the older cars, Andrew Fitzpatrick was fastest from Kobe Wilson and Diago Stewart, and they're away. And I've got to say that Noah Killian got an absolutely rapid, fantastic launch from the second row of the grid and takes the lead into the first corner. And as they head down towards turn 2, so it's Noah Killian, then Duska, and I was about to say a little bit of a gap, but it disappeared, and I think that'll be Cohen Kokotovic next. And in the G1 cars, Fitzpatrick's leading from Wilson. So Killian, Duska, Kotovic, McNeil, Burton, Radburn, Fitzpatrick. And they're already up to turn 5. Rapid little cars, these. Slick swings, not much aero to them, but enough to have a bit of a play with adjustments. And this is an early step in the pathway to the big time in world motor racing. And I'm going to say Isaac McNeil and Noah Killian were pretty impressive last time out, so let's see what they can do this time. Although Duska's, he's aiming to spoil the party. Let's see how we go. So we're just coming up to the end of the first lap. So these cars lap in about a minute and a half. This race is 25 minutes plus 1 lap. So lucky 13 for Noah Killian as he heads Duska across the line, then Kokotovic, McNeil, Burton and Radburn. Some people might look askance at somebody running number 13. We've got a slow-moving car, number 41. Xavier Babbage-Hock looks like he's got a problem. He's coming slowly onto the straight now, and I guess he's turning left and heading for the pit lane. Hopefully nothing hugely dramatic. He's coming into the pit lane, so that'll be his race done, I would think. Can't see anything wrong with it on this side, but clearly he's found a problem. In the leading group as they head along the back straight and through the last corner, and it is still Noah Killian leading from Harrison Duska. And if anybody from Harrison's team wants to come over and correct my pronunciation, I'm more than happy to hear it. I've never seen it written. We've got a bit of a change, so, look, Isaac McNeil is still in fourth place. So Killian, Duska, Kokotovic, McNeil, Burton, Imogen, Radburn, Fitzpatrick, Wilson, Stewart, Samuels, Chloe Lane, Jamie Lee Sue, sorry, and she's also very early in her motorsport career. I think last meeting out was her first actual race meeting. Had a bit of a moment at the bottom of the straight, and hey, Australia has scored again at the Bledisloe Cup, so we're only 5 points away from the All Blacks, so I'm sure the All Blacks will now go and score 16 tries in a row. Let's see how we go. For our leaders to come down to the creek corner hairpin. Oh, that's our midfields. Our leaders are coming onto the main straight. Fast little cars, these. But it's still Killian, and he's moving away a little bit from his pursuers, Duska, Kokotovic, McNeil, Burton, Imogen, Radburn. And in the second car class, the older cars, Fitzpatrick still leads from Wilson and Stewart. Chloe Lane has dropped back into the clutches of some of those cars, and so she's running 11th. Tell the difference between the two types of cars. The newer cars have a halo around the driver's head. The older cars, the drivers have to take their chances. Good scrap going on here between car 73 and Wilson, car 6. So it's Wilson and Stewart, and at the moment it's in Stewart's favour. But they're certainly putting on a bit of a scrap. What are we looking at there in second and third in their class? So, whoops, in fact, oh dear. And they've, someone zigged when they should have zagged, and they both come to a screaming halt at the hairpin, and there's bits of carbon fibre and dust flying through the air, so they're both stopped just on the outside of the track. And if they don't get them going, this will absolutely have to be a safety car, you would assume. Neither car seems to be moving. I'm just watching for drivers to start climbing out. We've clocked over 4 laps. Killian still leads from Duska. And then Kokotovic, McNeil and Burton. One of those two cars has got moving, the driver's getting out of the other one, so too badly damaged to continue. And that was our... Whoa! Okay. Oh, that's a shocker. So that was Wilson, I think, running wide at... No, it wasn't Wilson. It was Chloe Lane running wide out of the left-hander at the end of Corporate Hill, firing down the grass and into the side of Wilson. But everyone's either walked or driven away, but we've now got a safety car, as I predicted. Hey. So rather disconsolate Wilson walking away from his car. Kobe Wilson, who'd been running in the top 3, and the other car, is it still going, or are we... So that's... Go. She drove away. Oh, she must have stopped while I wasn't there. We are. Chloe Lane is in the pits. So they're going, having a quick look. All the wheels are still on it. Out comes the 100 miles an hour tape. Are we jacking the car up? What are we doing? clean the radiators out because they'll be full of dirt. It was a pretty nasty moment for Chloe. She's run wide coming out of the left-hander and run down the grass. And once you're on the grass, you're a complete passenger. And she's fired back onto the track and cleaned up poor old Kobe Wilson, who's just minding his own business and driving his racing car around and having a bit of fun. And then smack. So we are now driving around behind the safety car, the Hyundai i30N. Actually, you know what? You could probably buy that very car as a used car in a few years when the ARDC's done with it. Be a pretty good little thing. It won't have had much of a hard time. So, we are waiting for a recovery of Kobe Wilson's car. And we'll be back with you shortly. I've just had a message on via YouTube. Dusky. Thank you, whoever that was. Thanks a lot. We're driving behind the safety car now. Everyone's behaving themselves, hopefully. Australia have scored again at the Bledisloe Cup, so we're only 3 points behind New Zealand. Dare we dream? Oh. Going to recover Kobe Wilson's car in the next minute or two. Get back to racing. Just watching now the number 30 car of Brock Burton, one of the newer model cars. Looks like he's behaving himself. Chloe Lane's back out on the track. They've decided the car's well enough to finish the race. She'll hurry around and catch the tail of the field. Yeah, they can't flat tow Kobe Wilson's car, so they've had to send for the tilt tray. We'll have a break for a couple of minutes while they recover that. Well, as Kobe Wilson's car is cleared and removed from the side of the track, the lights are out on the safety car, and it's at this time we say thanks to all of our volunteer marshals, not just the recovery crew and the crash crew, but all the volunteers that work at flag points and dummy grid, pit lane, timekeeping, scrutineers, stewards, race control, everybody. You're all fantastic. So thanks very much for your efforts. And if anybody here is wanting to get as close as possible to the racing without spending many, many dollars, being a volunteer official is just about the best way of all. And we're restarting, and Nathan, Noah Killian maintains his lead, and behind him it's getting a bit tense. Harrison Dusky and Koen Kokotovic disputing second place. In fact, is that Kokotovic ranging up alongside? He's had a bit of a look, and I beg your pardon, it's the other way around. Kokotovic is in second place, and Dusky is making his presence felt. First couple of corners there. Everybody kept it clean, everybody stayed sensible, no banging of wheels, no rotating of cars, and everybody is in a good position. So Chloe Lane lost a lap with that visit to the pits to make sure all the wheels and tyres were still pointing the same direction. She'll still score some points, but might have to have a bit of a visit to the clerk of the courses office after the race to explain herself. Chloe, the correct answer is, I'm sorry, I was out of control. Meanwhile, Noah Killian is, well, not blitzing them. He's pulled out a little bit of a gap, about half a second or so, and the dispute over second place continues. So Koen Kokotovic and Harrison Dusky are still at it hammer and tongs, and Koen Kokotovic was having a bit of a moment there in the second half of turn 2. Car was oversteering fairly wildly, and he had about 15 goes at keeping it on the track and did the job, so everything's fine. However, Dusky has moved back into second place. We've got penalties, so Koen Kokotovic has a 5-second penalty, as does Brock Burton. Not sure whether that was for a restart or overstepping the bounds of the racetrack. Restart penalty, there we go. Thanks, Lisa. That's another of our very valuable volunteer people, the timekeepers, under the steady and firm control of Lisa Drayton. Wonderful folks. They keep me informed of things. So it's Killian, Dusky, Kokotovic, Neil, Burton, Bradburn, Fitzpatrick, the first of the older cars. Then Stewart, Samuels, Aruth, Lawrence Katsidis, Jamie Lee Sue and Chloe Lane. Oh, a bit of a puff of smoke there from Kokotovic as he locks a brake just as he turns in. He just doesn't clear the pedal quite early enough. It just picked up the inside front wheel and shouldn't have put a big flat spot on there. They're still disputing that second place. What's that? Somebody just came past way off the place. Meanwhile, very much on the pace is our leader, Noah Killian. is heading towards the end of lap 12. The race has done, oh, there you go, it's 25 minutes plus a lap, so there's the checkered flag. So Noel Killian takes the checkered flag. Second goes to Harrison Dusky from Koen Krikotovic. And next is Isaac McNeil, a little bit off the pace this race. Have to give the car a bit of a tune-up before tomorrow. And he'll be followed over the line by Brock Burton and Imogen Radburn. So we will be back in a few minutes with our next race. And remind you that if you're hungry or thirsty, head up to the Pit Stop Cafe, get yourself something to eat or drink, hot or cold, and please patronise them. We'll be back shortly.